Unbelievable, Melanie. What are you doing? I've done some really good things today. Now I've just ruined it because I looked on this and there was a random download that I forgot was included with the Sospeso film, and I've just torn it up and put it in the bin. Welcome to Highlight Crafts live shopping. If you want slick and professional, you need to tune in somewhere else, I'm afraid, because that's not what you're going to get here. But we do have a lot of fun. Right. Oh, Melanie, I've done really good stuff today as well. I did two things. Right, welcome to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. I know, mad as a box of frogs, aren't I? Let me introduce you to my team first of all. We've got Sam on cameras tonight. Woo. We've got Lewis on the production team. Woo. Yeah, and it's coming a bit further. Oh yeah, we got you. And we've got our Lily who's going to be demonstrating for you. Okay, so that's going to be lovely, isn't it? Right, we're about to introduce you to Crimson Noel, which is absolutely beautiful. We've got dyes, we've got MCS, we've got SVGs, and we've got things. Right, first of all, let me tell you where you can watch us and how to shop. So you can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and on our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. If you're going to shop with us on either Facebook or Instagram, we're going to show you a product, and that product will have a code, and all you need to do is type shop and then that code into the comments underneath the video, and that will automatically pop that product into a basket for you. Then we're going to slide into your DMs, don't you know, and send you a message, and in that message there is going to be a link. You're going to click on that link and that will take you to our website where you can log into your account and check out. Now, it's important that you have an account with us before you shop, please, but just by opening an account with us, and it's free, which is what you expect. We do ask you for your birthday, not because we're nosy. We ask you because we send you a little something extra on that birthday. And you just literally answer a few questions, and then once you've got an account, that automatically and for free makes you a member of Club Highlight. And what that means is that you're going to get extra discounts off the price that you're seeing on your screen, loyalty points for every £1 that you spend, and on a basket spend over £35, free postage. So you've got all the benefits of being a club member, but none of the fees, which is amazing, isn't it? So that's how you shop with us on our social platforms. If you prefer to do what I do, which is put us on YouTube on your TV, sit there with my phone and my tablet and shop on the website. That's super easy to do. So just go to highlightcrafts.com, click watch live, press play, and then all the items in that show will appear down the right hand side of your screen. You simply then select the ones that you want to purchase, and they will appear at the top of your screen in a little red shopping basket. When you're ready to check out, you're going to click that shopping basket, and that will take you through that process. And you can also shop ahead. There's been a lot of you shopping ahead and in between the shows today, so well done. All you need to do is go to highlightcrafts.com. On the home page there is a banner that says shop today's deals. You're going to click on that, and that from midnight will open up every item on every show for that day. So tonight at midnight, you can go onto our website and shop all tomorrow's deals. Oh, and we've got some cracking ones tomorrow. Right, shall we get stuck into this, because this is just exquisite. I'm going to go through the dies with you, first of all, because these are glorious, and our Amanda has done a wonderful job on these boards, as ever. And you might notice a little something else that's coming up tomorrow as well. Brilliant, right? If there was ever an occasion for a wax seal, it's Christmas, isn't it? Right, let me talk to you about these dies. So first of all, you've got your Fruits of the Forest. This is absolutely glorious. So you're paying for this amount of metal, but look how much detail you can get into there. There's one little poinsettia hidden behind there. The rest of it, oh, and the paper. Wait till you see those designs. And then the rest of it is all those fruits of the forest, forest of the fruits, I said that before, fruits of the forest, with those berries in there. Isn't that glorious? Absolutely delicious. Then we're moving on to my favourite, which is the poinsettia. I mean, the coloured work in this is absolutely exceptional. You've got all those detail lines in there, so it makes it look incredibly realistic. You've got them in different colourways as well, but look how amazing that looks. Now, you might look at that and think, oh, there's a lot on there, Mel. Yeah, there is, because these are our wow boards. Where you take these die cuts and put your spin on it is entirely up to you. It's all about you taking the dies and the artwork that we bring you and making it your own. That's really important. So you've got your poinsettia in there, and then last but by no means least, you've got the Christmas rose. And really interestingly, we've got a real pop of orange red in there with that lovely, very soft winter white. But we've also, with the poinsettia, got a very blue red, and yet they both work in perfect harmony together. Aren't they just amazing? So you're going to get all 3 sets of dies, and then you're going to get Minecraft Studio. So let me show you exactly what's on there, and then we'll say hello to a few of you as well. So this is your Minecraft Studio. Now I love these other colourways. This is gorgeous. So you've got your deep, rich ruby red. You go into almost like a vintage fuchsia, which is gorgeous. Then you go into a dusky rose. Now there is a Cadence paint that colour. Exactly that colour. It's one of David's favourites. It's beautiful. And then you go into the very soft ivory. But look at the detail in that artwork. It's absolutely extraordinary. And the way that it's digitally coloured is just incredible. Then we come down to your fruits of the forest. So you've got your orangey red, well, your paler red, then a really dark, like a claret red. It's stunning. Then you've got your orange. Then you've got your blue in there. Then we go into your Christmas roses. I mean, the pinks in these are so soft and gentle. They're absolutely glorious. And then we go onto the holly, rather. And they've got white berries and red berries. So you can take your pick. Then we move on to, these are all your reflections. So all the different colourways that you're going to get from buying this with Minecraft Studio is fantastic. And remember, that price on your screen is before your club discount. So you've got all of your reflections. You've got your digi-stamps. Now our Lily loves colouring in, so you're going to see a lot more being done with digi-stamps, which is exciting, right? However, if you got the pyrography tool this morning on that deal at $14.99, this is going to look amazing on a coaster, on a tray, anything wooden for Christmas or all year round. I mean, it is just beautiful, isn't it? Then you've got now this artwork. Now Lily's going to talk to you about this artwork because there's different techniques that you can do with it. How amazing is this? And what this also means is having that depth and dimension in your background artwork like this means that you don't have to add as many die cuts on if you don't want to, because a lot of it is done for you. Think about this in Minecraft Studio, taking back that opacity, etc., and making this your own. You can go from everything from your gift bags to your tags, to your cards, to your envelope liners, all of it. Inserts, so you can have your coordinating insert just by changing that opacity, which is super clever. Then we've got these. Now, how lovely are these? This is proper vintage, traditional Christmas. This reminds me of some of the photographs you find in those old albums where the acids started to eat into the glue and the adhesive and the photo paper. How wonderful are these? I like the idea of sending this like a postcard for Christmas instead of a proper traditional Christmas card. That's cool, isn't it? So all of those. And then last but by no means least, you've got these. And that's not something that I would have looked at and thought, oh, that will go perfectly. But look how it works. Just that little bit round the edge there, rather than being a solid colour. Look how Amanda's used it there with your mats and layers. Look how she's used it in here, like that. And it all works perfectly together because they're all colour picked to be exactly the right colour. Right, so if you want your dies and your Minecraft Studio all together, shop bundle, $39.99. That's a good price, isn't it? $39.99. We didn't want to bring you like £150 collections for Christmas. We want to be able to add something in to existing or just work with that. I mean, good grief, the scope with this is actually incredible, isn't it? Right, let me introduce you to the SVG files. So you're going to get all of the Minecraft Studio artwork plus your SVG files. So you're going to get all of your 3 beautiful florals in your berries. You're going to get them in 3 different sizes. You're also going to get all the decoupage layers, all the artwork, or the reverse of that artwork, so you can have these back to backs if you're putting them in a spinner, or you've got an aperture in your card and you've got a lovely swag going round the side. If you do them back to back, when the recipient opens the card, they don't see the back of the white cuts, they see colour, which is lovely. So you've got that. In fact, you could actually sandwich it. So if you had a rectangle with an oval, my brain's on fire today. Oh, what's going on? I know, right, Sam? She's looking at me as if to go, wow, that's unusual. You could have your crescent on the outside, and then you could also have the crescent on the inside. So when they opened it, it's as beautiful as it is on the outside. Isn't that lovely? Then, now this is a thing, right? You've got all your detailed designs. So you can draw them, foil them, emboss them, do all those amazing things that we do as scan and cut users. So I did a thing. I mentioned it this morning and Stephanie said, we've got to do that for tonight. And I literally remembered about 15 minutes ago. Now, this is our vellum. Let me just work out which way around this is. That's it. Right, this is, I'm just going to, where can I put this? I need something black, Lily. Oh, I got it. If you put that right, so you flip the design, your detailed design. Remember, your detailed design is exactly the same size as the original, okay? So the original size, but you can resize it so it doesn't matter because you get this in all the different sizes. Now I'm using a die cut, but you can use your SVG file, because what's lovely with vellum is, yes, you can add the white work in, but what if we want to put colour behind it? We have to spend a long time colouring in and making it look beautiful. And if you get that bit wrong, it spoils it, doesn't it? What if we did this? What if we used the SVG cut and we put it behind like that? How wonderful is that? I know. I can hear you going at home. How beautiful is that? Isn't that incredible? Absolutely stunningly beautiful. So now you can use your embossing on your vellum and then use your SVG cuts to go behind it. Isn't that amazing? I love that. I think that's just super, super, super pretty. So if you want the SVG files with Minecraft Studio, and why would you not? Because they're absolutely beautiful. It is Shop Digital and it's $14.99. $14.99. I know. Brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely phenomenal value for money, because you're not just getting these in one size, you're getting them in different sizes. You can't, it's not that you're just cutting these out, you can draw them, foil them, emboss them, all sorts of different things. Use your outside edges and weld them to make card shapes. It just keeps giving. SVG files, honestly, are massive, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger next year because people like digital. It's instant, no postage. You can be crafting with that this afternoon, tonight, after your breakfast. After your breakfast. That's because I had my breakfast late today. After your dinner. Told you I've worked my brain too hard today. I've done too many things. Right, let's have a look. Right, so let's start at the bottom where we started today. Let's have a look. Oh, what time are we at? Let's have a look. We've got Alan watching us. We've also got Sarah Jane. We've got Lorraine with us, Elaine, Sue, Carol Lewis. Carol's with us this evening. Norma's with us, Crafty Lou, Barbara B. Would it be premium paper 140 or 250? You need to give me a clue.
I don't know if it's to use.
Just put the download. No, please don't put premium pure print anywhere near your scan and cut mat because it loves it. Don't want to give it you back. It literally grabs onto it and it will keep hold of that paper. So regular 140 pure print is the answer to that. Sarah Jane Kennedy went, oh no, Mel. I know, that's because I ripped up that piece of paper, wasn't it? Right, I'm about to send in a photo of my Crimson Noel Christmas patchwork cushion on Minecraft Studio. Look at you, Alan, you're all over that, aren't you? Jackie says, evening, Mel and highlighters. Sandra Little says, evening, everyone. Hello, evening, can only stay for a while. That's all right, Marion, we'll let you off. Ordered these beautiful dies this morning. Already had notification they've been dispatched. Okay. You all right? Sat the juggler. They've already been dispatched. That's our Sam. Right, let's have a look. Do you know when the monogram wax seals will be back in stock? I don't off the top of my head. Oh yeah, no, there's an alphabet on tomorrow. You want to see the alphabet from tomorrow? Oh, it's very lovely. Sue says, hi, what weight of paper should I use to cut SVGs? 140. And the reason that I say 140 over 250 is because if you're going to do the decoupage layers, because the scan and cut is a straight blade, you'll see all the white edges. And the thicker that white edge is, the more prominent it becomes. So 140 is what I use all the time. Everyone says, Gold Highlight Craft says hi. Mel, did I hear you say you can still make a stencil with your die machine this morning? Yes, Aileen, you can. So if you buy the Mylar that's on our website, it's 12 by 12, it's in the Craftmaster brand. You don't want a die that's too intricate, but you need to use your metal shim. So as long as you've got up something like a Pro Cut with a metal shim, absolutely you can do that. It will cut that thin Mylar, absolutely. So that's that one. Then we've got, love what you do with the parchment over the image. How would you stick the parchment to the image though? Right, so my plan is, Pauline, that what you're going to do is you're going to do your design. So if that's on your card, smooth this out the way and I can show you. So this is on your card front, maybe that's your card front, right? You can either attach it. So I would put a little bit of, the thing with vellum is you've either got to go edge to edge adhesive or you've got to hide it, one or the other, okay? So what I would be doing, let me just line this up. My hands are moving out the way, give us a minute. There we go. I would put a little bit of glue just underneath there. So just underneath there, like that. And then I would do a little bit of white work in the centre, or add some little seed beads in, or add some of your crystal glass from Sospeso Trasparente. How beautiful is that? Or if you're going to have this as your card, you could create this so it's a wrap. So if your card's like that, just extend the vellum, score there, wrap it around the back of your card, and that's done. That actually, just in a square with a little sentiment at the bottom, could be your Christmas card because it's that beautiful, isn't it? It's absolutely delightful. And then if you wanted to do it on vellum, not vellum, printable acetate, you could do it with your foil. I know, right? Good, isn't it? Right, now then, I'm going to move on because I want to show you this. Now, earlier on, Lily and I did a Sospeso Trasparente show, and we had an amazing deal. Now, there is a download that goes with this. It's in the bin. Can I just say that out loud? I know. I know.
I printed that.
I know, I'm sorry, Sam. I just went, that's not with this. You know what you do? Because there's loads of it round everywhere, and then I've done that show. That can go in the bin. I'm really sorry. There is a beautiful download that goes with it. Some Christmas ones. There's the chrysanthemum flower of the month, and then some different florals. If you have a look on the website, you'll see it. I'm so sorry. That's really unprofessional, isn't it? But right, so we've done a deal for you. So you're going to get the download. You're also going to get a bottle of your glue that you are going to then print off your design. So take everything that you've got on here in Micro Studio into Micro Studio and create yourself a sheet full of flowers and foliage, okay? Then I want you to print it off on rice paper. Then you're going to take a small amount of this and you're going to put a line of it right across the top of a piece of this clear film. You're going to use your cut and use foam. You can watch the 12 o'clock show back to see exactly how we did it. Pull all the glue down here so it's completely covered, and then stick it with the rice paper facing down so the colour is going onto that transparent sheet. If you do it the other way, you also get a really nice result, but it's different. Then you're going to cut that out and you're going to create beautiful three-dimensional poinsettias like that. Now the resin in the middle isn't quite dry at the bottom. That will end up looking like this crystal here. How incredibly beautiful is that? Now, I'm going to fess up. I forgot you needed to stick the rice paper fake colour side down, so I did it colour side up. And then I did one right. But look how you've got both. So you've got the matte texture there, next to the shiny surface there. Look at the holly, matte and shiny. How beautiful is that? Imagine that as a brooch. How stunning is that? Or napkin rings on your Christmas table, or on boxes. I mean, that on a mixed media project with David's rice papers from the other day. Wow. So we've done a deal. You get the download, You also get your sheets of Sospeso clear film, and you get your bottle of glue today. Instead of being £37.97, it's £15.99 before your club discount. No one said we did a thing. We did a thing. That's a great thing. Stock up on this while we've got it on that deal, because I don't think that's going to hang around for very long. This is a brilliant product. And if you want to make flowers like that really simply and really easily, then that product's for you. And why would you not? That is gorgeous. Imagine that on the top of a cracker. Right. I think we're going to come over to you, Lily. Are you ready?
I'm ready, yeah.
Right. Absolutely. I think we need to see a bit of a demo, don't we? And then we'll come back and we'll have a look at the rest of the counter.
We certainly
will. Wheel.
Oh.
Right. We've got a word for the wheel.
Word
for the wheel. It's festive.
Oh, it's behind me.
It's behind you. Festive. Get typing that in the comments. We'll do a spin the wheel at the end. Shall we give away what you make?
Yeah,
let's do it.
Let's
do it. Perfect.
Come on,
there you go.
We best put it together then in that case, don't we?
Absolutely.
So we're going to start off. We're actually going to use, instead of using the papers that we've got in that fantastic collection that Mel's just been showing you, we're actually using, if you tuned in on Monday to David's show, these are the brand new rice papers. So just showing you a little bit of something different. This is a gorgeous card that our Lou has prepped for us. I'm going to, hopefully Lou, I'll do this one justice for you. And all we're going to do before we stick that to our card base, and we're making quite a nice big card for this one. It's nice chunky card. I do like a big card. I'm going to stick it to some of this beautiful gold sort of pearlescent cardstock. She's even put the tape on the back of me.
They're good, aren't they, our
That's
design
good,
team?
Yeah.
Right.
Better than the prep I do for myself. I don't put the tape on for myself, so I feel
like good for you.
But being spoilt today.
You are. Our design team are amazing.
Certainly are.
And we'll get Sam to come round. After Lily's done this, I'm going to get her to come round the counter and have a look at these beautiful samples. Because if you need any inspiration, my goodness me, it's right behind me right now, because they are absolutely beautiful. But what's lovely about buying something like this is you can make it your own. Put your spin on it. If you like a really simple Christmas card, that poinsettia on a small card with a simple sentiment is enough. If you like going really over the top for those special people in your life, you can do that. And all for that price that you're seeing on your screen, less your discount, then your points back, and try and get over £35, and then you won't pay any postage either.
Absolutely.
Right, Lily?
Fabulous. Now we've got our tape on the back of there, so we're just going to stick that onto our card base. Now these could be the papers that you've got as part of the collection, but it's just nice to show sometimes, I think, that how we can use the dies and everything else with other stuff we've got in our stash. What are you giving
Lorraine
about
says,
that?
oh, Lily sounds loads better now.
Do I?
Yeah, you're
Can
projecting.
you hear me?
You're projecting,
Oh,
darling.
that's better. Thank you. I'll do a bit. Someone was saying earlier, sound like I was in the bathroom. Going to show you, I certainly wasn't.
No, but there are times when we forget to take our mics off, I'm not going to lie.
Oh dear.
Right.
I've not done that yet.
Not yet.
But I'm sure my time is coming.
I once did it and realised I got halfway up the A1.
Oh.
I still have my mic on.
Oh,
I know,
dear.
from the studios. I know. And they
Oh,
were,
dear.
man, you just turn around and come back. I was like, not in a million years.
No.
If you haven't got more than one mic in that studio, there's something very wrong.
That's your problem, not mine,
Right,
quite frankly.
exactly. There you go, Lorraine. We knew we'd sort her out. And Amanda's not in the cupboard either. She's gone home. She's having an early night tonight.
She's actually gone home
She
before
has.
at 7 o'clock.
Absolutely, she has. So we're
quite
looking after Amanda. She's got, oh, wait till you see the shows me and Amanda have got tomorrow. It's going to blow your mind. Right, this Sospeso bundle is absolutely flying, guys. And I'm not surprised. You get a download of beautiful florals. You get your sheets of your transparent film. And you get the glue. Instead of being $37.97, it is $15.99 before you discount. Double up.
Oh, yeah.
Right, Lily, I'm going to zip it now. You can carry on.
Go on. So all I'm doing is... Go on, I dare you. So all I've done is I've printed and, Lou's done it for us. She's die cut a couple of these beautiful poinsettias, and this is one of the things I absolutely love about our dies, the fact that you've got all those little cut line details. Now those aren't embossed lines, they are actual cut lines inside of that outer shape. So in terms of if you're wanting to snip into these, perhaps you want to use this, I mean, you could be using that on its own. You don't need to be doing any decoupage with that if you don't want. That could be a separate embellishment. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to pop it back onto that lovely floral that we've got as our base layer.
I'm going to send you mine spinning now, Lily.
Oh, gosh.
If you put that on our A3 magnetic light board,
right, yep,
with a foil over the top that you can see through, you see all those detail lines, and you can go into every one with your foil pen.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Oh, I think I might need to try that.
There's a lot you need to try, isn't there?
I know, there's not enough hours in the day, not enough days in the week, I don't think. And I have pinched Amanda's glue gel, and I was saying to Mel beforehand, I thought, oh, I need some glue gel. Amanda will have some. And I walked over to a desk and I looked at it and I just saw, I'm sure there's plenty beneath this, but will I find it? And I did, believe it or not.
I just pause there, Lily, because
Go
I
on.
just need to do a couple of things and I don't want anybody missing out. Carol Mitchell, have you got the code for the rice paper? Yes, darling. It's Shop Rice.
Download. I think she means the new rice papers.
Oh, okay.
Oh, David's ones from Monday, the ones that I've used.
Is that what you mean, Carol? Just message back in for me, love, darling, will you please, and let me know whether it's the blank one or the patterned ones, and then we're giving you the right information. Let's have a look. There's another one here somewhere. What is the SVG and Minecraft Studio, please, Teresa? It's Shop Digital.
Yep.
$14.99. Amazing value for money. So please, we can hear now. Now hear you properly, Lily. There you go, you see. Carol Bignall says hello.
Oh, hello, Carol. Lovely to have you
You're
watching.
keeping well, Carol.
Yeah,
Sending you our love.
Lots of love to Carol.
Absolutely. This is looking lovely, Lily, isn't
Isn't it pretty? So
And I love the way that when you... So, this is a little tip for you. When you're building up like Lily is there, and you've got pattern, if that gold matte layer wasn't there, you would have pattern on pattern. And it literally confuses the human eye. So by putting a neutral, whether it's gold, silver, grey, white, cream, whatever it is, in between, gives the human eye a place to rest. So it stops it looking at it and not being able to cope with the busyness of it. And it looks wonderful, doesn't it, with a frame? Because then the middle of that background paper becomes a picture.
Yeah, and it gives you like a little bit of grounding, because we're going to pop all our flowers and all our lovely foliage. If we had it directly onto that background, it would get a little bit lost, look a bit like it's floating. So that just gives us a bit of grounding.
Right, if you want that Sospeso, it is absolutely flying out, guys. I don't want anybody missing out. You've got a £22 saving on this. You get a download, which I can't show you because I by accident ripped it up and put it in the bin. But it's lovely. Check it out on the website. But forget the download, that's a bonus. You're getting your transparent sheets and your glue for $15.99. That is phenomenal value for money. Don't miss out. Have we got plenty of stock, Sam?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes? Good.
Phew.
Right. Double up would be my advice, because I don't know whether this, I can't see this deal continuing. I haven't been told that it is. I haven't been told that it isn't. But looking at that price, I think it's probably a deal for the Christmas event. So please, please, please check out your baskets on that as well. Honestly, you're going to have a lot of fun with that. And making those poinsettias like that, I mean, it's just a joy. We've had a lovely lady in today called Jane helping us do some stuff for Doncaster. And she'd never done Sospeso before. And I showed her. It took me 2 minutes to show what to do. And she came back and she went, oh, I've fallen in love with this. I went, what? She went, the Sospeso. She said, that's amazing. I was like, I know. Didn't tell you could print your own and then cut them out on a scanner cup, not going to lie. But brilliant, absolutely. Lorraine says, got Crimson Noel this morning, going to play with it tomorrow when my hubby is back at work and I have a day to myself. Oh, how lovely.
Sounds nice,
Right?
that. Enjoy.
Yeah, Carol Mitchell says it will be the rice paper to use with the film. I thought it would. Shop Rice, we'll get you 20 sheets of that. And I think it is $12.99. That's the one that you need, my lovely. Carol Mitchell, if you're still watching. Carol says, thank you, ladies. Sending you a hug. Sending you love. Absolutely. That's the reason we do odd numbers too. I know, to give the eye somewhere to rest. That's dead in the centre and not off to the side. Absolutely. And it also creates symmetry. And symmetry means you see the whole image. If you use so even numbers create symmetry. Odd numbers makes the human eye look for something else. So it looks for a triangle. It looks for a design triangle. So if you've got a poinsettia, imagine you've got 2 scrapbook pages side by side, and you've got a poinsettia on one at the top left, one at the bottom right, and one on the second page. It will search for them. You won't even realise it's doing it, but it will. Now then, Lily.
There you go.
I'm going to come in here.
Oh.
Go on, keep it facing that way. It's all right. Look. How beautiful is that?
Oh, that's lovely. Doesn't that
Now,
finish off?
you could attach this to that bow with a brooch back.
Oh, yes.
And then you've got a gift on your card. Do not miss out on that deal, please, guys. Seriously, genuinely, if I knew it was going to stay on, I'd tell you. If I knew when it was coming off, I'd tell you. I don't know. But $15.99 for that and a download is just one of those things that you buy. because to be able to make those, and it's super, super, super easy to do. I mean, it really is simple. You'll be able to watch back the 12 o'clock show today. We've got loads of you now shopping for this. This deal of the day for me, this is absolutely phenomenal. So for $14.99 you can get your Micro Studio, your SVG files, and then for $15.99 you're going to get this and this. So for just over £30 before your club discount, you can get all of that. And then the world's your oyster, right? Brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant deal. Thank you, Lily, for that.
Thank you.
Oh, Carol, right. You're right, Carol. Lily needs to get David to make her a glue bottle stand.
Oh, I've not seen these. I've not heard about them. Tell
It's
me more.
like, it goes like that, so it's a right angle, and then it comes down in a curve. And it has a back to it. It's three-dimensional, and
Yeah.
you just put your glue bottle in.
Well,
Very
when David's
clever.
back next week, I'll be ordering two, one for here, one for home. Thank you very much.
Yes, absolutely. Right, Amanda's asking if I can explain how to use the film and the glue. I can, Amanda, absolutely. But please go back and watch the 12 o'clock show, because we do that from start to finish. Okay, so you're going to take a piece of your film. I have to get the one that the paper stuck to, didn't I? Right, you're going to put this, you get a piece of black, and then you can see it. So you're going to take a piece of black mount board, you're going to put your transparent on there, you're going to open this glue, and you're literally going to put a line of it right the way across the top. Then you take a piece of cut and use foam, on the spongy side, not the firm side, the other side, the side you'd use with your paint, you're just going to spread it out evenly. And when you think you'll get down to about there, and then you'll think, oh, I need more glue. You don't. Pound your sponge, because you will get a full sheet out of that one line. Now, it's not like the bookbinding glue from Pinflower where you shouldn't see white. You do need to see white, but it doesn't need to be thick. It just needs to be enough to bond that rice paper to the surface. And then you're going to leave it for about an hour. And you'll be able to see through the transparency. When you do it, you'll be able to see the glue lines. Not as in like brush lines, that kind of line, not like a thick line of glue. And once they've disappeared, then you can start cutting them out. It's a brilliant product. But the fact that you can use our rice paper, and it's interesting because when I spoke to Stephanie and Diane, founded this company at Frankfurt, and after all the years and decades that Stephanie's been in this industry, this stand stopped her in her tracks. So you can tell how good it is, right? Because there's not a lot that does that when you've been doing something like this for a long, long time. You see a lot of gimmicks come and go, but there's actually a product that stops you in your tracks is very unusual. And it did. And when we came back, Stephanie said, I want you to work on this, please, because we want to build this as a brand. I was like, absolutely, I'm all over that. And I tried it with a really, really thin copy of paper. And even though it was the thinnest paper you can ever imagine, I mean, it was like, you know, the cheap, thin copy paper, because of the way that that paper's structured, even though it's thin, when you came to mould it, the paper didn't want to bend, it wanted to crease, which makes sense, doesn't it? Whereas rice paper is more flexible. So using the rice paper for me is the only option. You can use napkins. So if you wanted to use napkins, you can use a thin ply napkin. But for me, the rice paper was brilliant. And when you heat it over your tea light, instead of it going forward, it will go back. You just mould it from the back and you just push that ball tool in. It's no different to doing the ones where it's already bonded onto that film. But this deal today, guys, is absolutely extraordinary. To get a bottle of the glue, I am still on my first bottle, genuinely, and I've probably done 25 sheets of rice paper, and I'm still on my first bottle. Then you're going to get your 4 sheets of your transparency, and this isn't just an acetate. Don't think, oh, I'll just buy acetate, it's cheaper and I'll do that. It doesn't work like that. This product is patented. Now, I know there's print products out there similar to this many, 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 many years ago that a lot of you had. The technology's changed. This is an absolute doddle, and the fact that it's got a patent on it tells you that it's different, because if it was already out there, you wouldn't be able to get it patented, and it is. And I get it because it's a brilliant, brilliant product. But to get that and your sheets and your download for $15.99 is amazing. And if there was ever a time to do something beautiful like that, it's for Christmas. That's your something different. That's your something special. That's your napkin rings. That could go on your curtain tie backs.
Oh,
It could go on the top of boxes. It can go on your cards. It can go in your home decor. Go on your mixed media. Think about this on the top of those wooden wine boxes that we bring you. On a picture frame. Anywhere. Jewellery. In your hair. Whatever. Doesn't matter. How stunningly beautiful is that? And what I did with this was I put one on the film that's got the rice paper facing up with the colour facing up. Did it by accident, but it was a happy accident because that looks lovely. And then the other ones I did it the right way around, where you put the colour face down onto the transparent sheet, and you get the mix between the glossy and the matte. And I love that. And then this is the gel that goes in the middle, the resin, and the small crystal. And how amazing. It looks like frost, doesn't it? It's just stunning. The one thing I would add is a little spritz of shaken gilt in the pearl, and that would really make that pop. But how fabulous is this? $15.99. Please, 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 please don't miss out on that deal. I genuinely don't know when the price is going up, but I can't see us holding it at that for very long. Glue that and your download. Shop film, $15.99. Right, Lily, do you want to do something on Micro Studio for us?
Play.
Yeah, let's have a little play.
Go on now. I never claimed to be a pro and expert at Micro Studio. I'm nowhere near Diana's standard.
Oh, me neither.
I'm just getting back into it, but I am having a whale of a time playing around with this. So I'll show you a few things you can do with these amazing papers, because they are absolutely stunning. So first of all, I love the fact I'm using the mouse and it's on the laptop. Great start, Lily. We'll bring in that index sheet there.
Amanda's just got her, not our Amanda, and Amanda Conley's just got a Trasparanto for £12 with the points.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Wow.
That's amazing. Anila says, does it have to be printed on rice paper? In my opinion, Anila, either that or a napkin. So if you've got a napkin that's already printed, you can use that. But I tried it with other papers and I cannot get it to mould the same. So I would say definitely the rice paper.
Absolutely. So bring on your first one. So every folder you go into here on this download, you can see that first image there. It gives you almost like a little bit of a sampler as to everything you're going to get in this folder. So if you want to have a little look through, perhaps you're not quite sure which sort of design you want to work with, this is a great one to open up, just to have a little peruse and to decide on exactly which one you want to go for. Now, I am loving the look of number 8 there, so I'm going to get rid of this sheet here. I'm going to go back over to that left hand side and I'm going to drag across number 8. And I love the fact that with all these backgrounds, all these papers that we're looking at here, you've got your landscape and your portrait. Now, look at that detail.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Isn't it amazing? It really does look, even through the
Looks
screen.
old.
Yeah.
It literally looks like when I opened my grandma's wedding album and all the photographs, the card was like that because the acid's gone through the glue and leached into the card. It just reminds me of that. Isn't it fabulous?
Absolutely gorgeous. The more that I'm looking at it, the more I'm seeing you've got a little piece of lace there around there. You've got all the crumples, that gorgeous little bell. So much detail, so much depth to that image. But we're not going to leave it at that. We're going to bring in another. So we're going to go into those absolutely gorgeous backgrounds. Now, I love these. These are absolutely exquisite. When I saw these printed out for the first time,
I know.
I was like, what is this? I need a little bit of this in my life. It's amazing. Now, I love all the really old paintings, the Renaissance sort of paintings, all the old masters, and these really remind me of those oil paintings that they did in years gone by. You can imagine this in one of those gorgeous, really big gold frames.
So next time you're out and about, you go to your charity shop, you buy yourself a picture frame, you cadence the frame, you print that on rice paper, you put it onto a piece of board and you crackle it.
Oh wow.
And that would look absolutely amazing as a piece of artwork for Christmas. Put it in the frame, decorate it with your Sospeso. Amazing, right? Absolutely. Right, what we're going to do now with that, Lily?
So obviously that's looking a little bit peculiar at this point. I've sort of ruined that background. So all we're going to do is we're going to go into effects while we've got that one in the foreground. And all we'll do...
Barbara!
Go on,
sorry,
Barbara.
Lily.
No, go
I'm
on,
really
let us know.
sorry.
Not at all. I'm just going to turn the opacity
Barbara's
down.
got a mug press sublimation. Imagine these on mugs.
Can you imagine, like, for your Christmas breakfast, everyone sat round with their mugs of tea and they... Oh.
That's a bit exciting, isn't it?
Wow, Barbara. If you do it, just send us pictures we want to see. We absolutely do. So I've just turned down that opacity, and then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down this little scrolling icon a little bit, and I'm going to go down to the faded edges, because even though we've faded out that image so it's got a lot lower opacity, we can still sort of see that join there, and I'm not too happy with that. So all we're going to do is we're going to go onto our faded edges, and we're just going to drag that slider along until we're happy that we've faded out those edges enough that it's nice and subtle. Now that's one option you can do, but I'm going to drag that back up to the top, and you've got a couple more options on softer edges, which is just underneath your faded edges. Now you've got a choice of a rectangle or circle, and I think because of the way these are arranged in the middle, I think the circle is going to work quite nicely. So we're going to give that a go. At the end of the day, it's computer software. We're not wasting any paper or anything. We can literally just press undo if we're not happy, and we can just start all over again. It's as simple as that, but I'm quite liking the way that's looking. I'm going to turn that down a little bit more. If I just deselect that there, you can see you've created your very own paper. So super simple, nothing particularly technical about that at all. I've literally just brought in 2 of those gorgeous papers, but how beautiful does that look in the centre there? Absolutely stunning. You could be going back to your other files there. Let's have a little look at our scene building. If you want to add a little bit more to this, if you want to create a full finished card, literally just by using your digital software. Oh, my mouse is all over the place.
Right, while you're sorting your mouse out, I've got a few questions. Hi Mel Lily, so sorry but I've missed these shows. Is it possible to quickly show how how to use the Transparente with rice papers, please? Yes, it is, absolutely. So you're going to take your transparent sheet. You can watch the 12 o'clock show back, because I did this from start to finish. I can't do it right now in this moment, but I can talk you through it. But go back and have a look at that, because it's super easy. I mean, it's just like the easiest thing in the world. So you're going to take your sheet, you're going to take your glue, you're going to press that bottle, and you're going to put a nice thick line across there, right? About that wide and about that deep. Okay, it doesn't need much more than that. Just across the top. You're then going to take a piece of cut and use foam, and using the spongy side, you're then going to spread this glue all over that transparent sheet. Doesn't matter which side, okay? When you get down here, you'll think you need more glue. You don't. You're going to pounce that sponge, and it will release all that extra glue that's in there, and you want to get it edge to edge is really important. If you miss any bits, your rice paper's not going to stick, so make sure you're completely coating it, but you don't want it thick white, but you don't want it translucent. So you need somewhere in the middle. Then you print your piece of rice paper. So to do that, you get a piece of copy paper, a little bit of stencil spray, stick the rice paper to the copy paper, and then put a piece of card in your printer. Then put your rice paper in and let it print through. Just allows it to see it, because we've had our printer recently has been going, no, it can't print it because there's nothing there. It is, it's just thin. So just stabilising that little bit helps. Then you're going to put it onto your glued transparency, like with the colour facing down. Now if you make a mistake like I did this morning and put it with the colour set facing up, you get a different look. Both work. So if you look at these holly leaves there, that's with the colour facing up, that's with the colour facing down. So you get the shine on it, or you get the matte. I love both together, because in nature you get all sorts of differences, don't you? And I love that. Then all I did was just glued the little holly on the background, and it's created that beautiful flower. Then with the gel that we sell, the resin gel, you're going to put a little bit in the middle out of the bottle, and then get one of the glue applicators and just spread that out a little bit, and then you just drop your crystal, your ground glass onto there, and it looks like frost. That honestly is wonderful, isn't it? Absolutely wonderful. And you can do it, so all those micro studio that we brought you with all those florals, make that, but it's on a deal. So you're going to get your 4 sheets, you're going to get your bottle of glue and a digital download of beautiful florals, fit some Christmas in there as well, for $15.99. Right, sorry Lily.
It's all right.
Sorry, oh hang on, more.
Go on.
Gosh. Right, so when the rice paper is glued to the Sospeso, can it be cut out on the scan and cut? And if so, does it have to be placed rice paper down or filmed side up? Right, so you have to do a workaround with this, because even if you've got something like the white poinsettia on a white rice paper, it's not going to see it. So I did a whole show, I can't remember when it was, it's probably a few weeks ago now, where I showed you how to cut the sheets out. It's going to be difficult with rice paper, just because if you scan it in with the shiny side up, it might reflect off the scanner. If you put it with the shiny side down, you risk getting some glue off your mat onto there, but also it can't see it. So we need to work out, I need to do another thing, and I need to work that out for you. I think the best thing to do would be to go around the edge with a pencil. But then by the time you've done that, oh, hang on, could you use... If you're doing the full, see, now you've got my brain working now, haven't you? If you're doing the full poinsettia like this, you can use the outside edge of the detail cut. Can't you?
Yeah, you can.
You can use the outside edge of that detail cut. It's when it comes down to things like the individual flower heads that it's going to get a little bit more complicated, because if you've got that on rice paper, it can't see a contrast, and it doesn't matter whether that scanner's built into a machine or whether it's separate. Any scanner needs contrast, so you've got to make sure that that contrast is right. I'm sure there's a way, and I will try my best before next Tuesday to work that out for you, and then I can show you on one of the scan and cut shows. But there'll be a way around it. And you know why I'm like, but look at this, I want to show you this. Sorry, Lily, I'm getting completely distracted.
Come on.
But this is flying, so I need to stick with it. Now look at this. This is using your embossing starter kit onto vellum, so onto our parchment. I don't think it's out of stock, Lewis. Can you check for me? Have you? It's in stock. Right, brilliant. Right, so get that added in, and then you're going to put a die, well, this is a die cut because I didn't have time to cut one out on the scan and cut. You're going to put your cut from your scan and cut behind it and look at the colour. So all your detail lines from your detail design are on the vellum, and then you've got your SVG cut behind it. How wonderful is that? Now, we sell those little 4" by 4" cards. Those little cards that come in that card set that we've got in that big box. That in the middle of a little craft card with a little sentiment at the bottom could be your card, your Christmas card for 2025. How impressive would that be? It's lovely, isn't it? Different techniques. And this is what I mean. 9.5 years on, still thinking of new things to do with it. That's why you need to check out that tattered lace deal that we've got on at $249. It's a brilliant, brilliant time to get involved. I actually worked it out the other day, you know. It's $249.99 for the machine. If you're in the first tier and you're not 5% off that, and then the points that you get put back on, you're actually paying £225.
Wow.
It's worth checking it out, because then you can do all these exciting things, right? Right, Lily, sorry, I am literally going to button it.
You sure?
Well, unless you get asked a question from
If you get asked a question, just shout it. You know I don't mind. Go on. So I've had a little thought, and I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to give it a go.
Oh, I love that.
Now, let's have a little look. These poinsettias in the middle, I'm thinking I might want these a little bit bolder, but the leaves still nice and muted. So I think it's number 3. We'll soon find out. So we'll drag on number 3, simple as that. And we'll just take that. So just drag that down, make that a little bit smaller. So it's going to be about the same size as the one that we've already got on there. Hopefully it will be the same one. I think it is, by the look of it. So we'll keep on dragging that down. And then all we're going to do, when we have got it roughly what we think might be the same size as what we've already got on there, is I'll go back over to those effects on that left hand side. I'm going to take the opacity right down so that I can see to be able to actually lay this over the top. Because this is actually opaque at the moment, we can't really see too well. There we go, that's a bit better. Now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop this over the top, and you can see that's ever slightly bigger now. So I'm just going to drag that over. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, so it's going to match exactly that size underneath. So I'll drag that down, and I'm just focusing on that centre of that middle poinsettia. I'm using that as like my focus point so I can see how things are looking. So if I just drag that down a little bit more, I think that is about right. Might make that a little bit smaller on that top layer, so I'll just drag that down. There we go, and a little bit more on that top right hand side. So it's just a case of playing around until you're happy with those two sides. I'll tell you what I could have done, which would have been a lot brighter. Get rid of that. Could have just done copy and paste. So I'm just going to
There you go.
Oh,
See,
would have been a lot
isn't it fun?
easier.
No, but isn't it interesting? Because I do that with Scan and Cut, Lily. I work it out and it's always long-winded. And
Yeah.
then you learn, then you work out how to make it faster, don't you? And
Yeah.
simpler. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's like when you do maths at school and you've got to show all your workings.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Right? And then once you get into the real world and you don't need all these Pythagoras theorem and all the rest of it, you kind of use what you need, don't you? But you shorten that version. And that looks absolutely fabulous. You wouldn't know that wasn't all one paper in the beginning, would you?
And it just makes that that sort of centre focal point of that poinsettia a little bit bolder. It fades out beautifully to the edges with those gorgeous leaves, and you've got all that beautiful detail, all that frame around the edges looks absolutely stunning. Now all you could be doing, you could be printing that out, obviously to flip it onto your sheet, so it's going to fit onto your A4 sheet. Print that out, that could literally be a card front, good to go, simple as that. Don't even need to do anything more to that if you don't want to. That's why my craft studio is so fabulous.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
I am obsessed with it now, Lily.
Go on.
Take that off your screen and just bring on one of the flowers for me. I'm going to show you something.
Oh,
Because our Lily's going to do some Scan and Cut shows, aren't you?
I am.
Which is very exciting. So go back into your files.
Right.
And bring on just one of the flowers. Bring on the poinsettia, for example.
Do you want the reflections or the
No,
scene
just
building?
do scene building.
Right.
just
Go for
any
my
of them,
favourite, the
doesn't
pink
matter.
one.
Right, make it that the size that you want it to be.
Okay, I want a nice large flower, so I'll make it a little bit bigger. There we go, I like that.
Right, so bring on that in the paler pink.
Paler pink,
Yep.
of course.
Flip that so it's the other way around.
So flip horizontal.
Yep. That's it. And then
Yeah.
just make a nice little layout with those two.
Okay.
Okay, so you're creating a little picture with them.
Oh, I'm gonna have that one.
Just overlap it if you want to overlap them. Do
Overlap,
something like that.
So I'm gonna make that smaller one just a little bit larger.
Yep.
I'll move that up and I'll have it something like that, I think.
Right, so you print that off now,
Yep.
right? Group that together. So select all and group.
Oh.
At the top, Lily, on your bar, the right hand side, left hand side as you're looking at it, select all. Keep going over towards this wall, this way.
I can't see it.
There.
Oh, do you know the biggest
I know you
button on
can't
the
see
top?
it for looking. I know, I do that all the time.
Oh, so
Right,
select
so you
all.
printed that out, so we're going to group that together. Right, go
Yep.
back into your effects
Yep,
and take your brightness right over to the left.
to the left.
Yep. Turns it black.
Oh, I think I know where this is going.
Now you're going to scan that in, scan to cut data.
Yep.
You're going to choose the middle option, which finds either side of every line. So it'll cut out all those little white landlocked areas there.
Yep,
You save that as a cutting file.
yep.
You then bring it back onto your screen and group it, and then you scan in the coloured one, and that's your cutting file.
That's clever.
Right?
That's what I'm
Marriage
looking
made
forward to
in
scan and
heaven.
cut. Absolutely.
Marriage made in heaven, that. So you can design now in Minecraft Studio, and if you're in the first tier, that tattered lace scan and cut after your discount and your points back is costing you £225. Think about the cost of an average electronic die cutting machine. I know. Check it out on the website. There's two deals, one with the tattered lace subscription, all 24 months worth, at $299.99, and there's another one which is the machine on its own at $249.99. And I literally sat there last night with my calculator and I worked out what it would be if you were in tier 1, so the lowest discount, 5%, then your points back on your account a couple of weeks later, and it turns out you're paying £225 for an SDX scan and cut. Now think about that. We're just showing you what you can do with your parchment. I'm going to work out how you can cut these. You can cut the transfer sheets really quite simply, but we're going to work out how you do that bit as well. Then you've got Minecraft Studio involved. All of this adds up. You've got to really find a reason why you don't want a scan and cut.
Absolutely. And I've known of other die cutting machines, not electronic ones, A4, that's around that price, $229. And that is an SDX. You've literally, like you always say, you're opening up a whole world of possibilities.
Oh, a whole universe of possibilities. It is absolutely phenomenal. Right, I'm going to do a really quick recap for you. So if you want your dies with the Minecraft Studio artwork that comes along with it, it is shop bundle and you're going to get it today for $39.99, again before your club discount. So you've got all of this artwork, which is just stunning. You've got all your reflections for your dies in all those different colourways. You've then also got your digi-stamps. Our Lily's going to be doing more colouring in with digi-stamps for you. You've then got these beautiful papers, which are just extraordinary, and it enables you to put less die cuts on, which is brilliant, right? Use this as your background and build around it. I think that's fabulous. These will work particularly well with the type of card that Lily did with the frame. We're going to give that away to somebody in a minute. Then you've got all these wonderfully vintage background papers. These on rice paper is going to be amazing. Then you've also got your textures in there as well. So if you want that with the dies, it's shop bundle. If you want this, the Minecraft Studio with your SVG files, it is shop digital and it's $14.99. But please, 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 please don't miss out on this Sospeso Trasparente film with the glue and a download for $15.99 instead of $37.97. Back with tomorrow morning with Stephanie at 8 o'clock. Resin reindeers. They're amazing. Then I've got the latest Cutting Craftorium Cutting Craftorium archive, 4 Christmas ones. Then we've got gatefold cards for you. You don't want to miss that. Then I've got, what else have I got after that? I've got something else. Another SVG one. And then, wax. Your wax seals tomorrow. We've got a cracking day for you tomorrow. So make sure that you join us from 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And please don't forget to check out those baskets because that's really important. You need to get your deals. Thank you, Lily. Thank you to Sam and Lewis. And we will see you. We need to, well, we're not doing the wheel. We're just drawing a winner, aren't we?
Yeah.
Right, draw a winner then. I always forget that bit. I might just draw a winner. You can see it on the screen. That'll remind me, won't it now? Winner is Liz Greenwell. Right, Liz, you'll get a message from us. Send us your details and we will send out that beautiful card that Lily made for you. And we will see you bright and early tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. See you then. Bye.